Hi, I'm Travis Stitt, and welcome back to Metrics Matter. So we'll ask ourselves one more question. Let's ask ourselves, how many of my clients start my booking process, but never complete my booking process? So maybe it's just my business, but we've probably all been there where we feel like we're getting a lot of inquiries, but not necessarily getting a lot of bookings. The way you measure that and determine if that's the truth is something called the funnel drop-off rate, or it's the percentage of clients who start your sales process, but then abandon the sales process at some point before they actually book you. The funnel drop-off rate became a pretty important and popular number as basically online sales really began, because like all online sales, you can start it, but stop it halfway between. This is important because it's going to be an indicator of basically complexity of how hard it is to book you, or it could also be an indicator that somewhere in that process of booking you, there's an issue. Now, you don't know what that issue is, but it's going to be an indicator that there might be one in there. So let's determine the number of what the actual funnel drop-off rate could be for your organization. And the way you determine that is you take the number of inquiries that come into your company. That could be through emails or a web form online or phone calls, or maybe even a letter, doesn't matter, or fax, will go old school, but it's the number of inquiries that are coming into your business, and subtract that by the number of people who booked for you that month. So we're gonna measure this month by month. Number of inquiries that month minus the number of bookings that month, and divide it by the number of inquiries, multiply it by 100. So for example, if every single person that starts your process or gives you an inquiry books with you, you will have a 0% funnel drop-off rate. If you have a 50%, that basically means that half of the people that start with you never finish your process, and et cetera, et cetera. Where this becomes a very powerful number is when you actually start to compare it month to month. It also becomes a powerful number when you match it up against some changes you might make in your organization. Maybe you change the pricing of your photography, or you started a new website, or just how the tools you use to actually schedule appointments. Any change that you make that's facing outward of your organization, start to match those against your month-to-month funnel drop-off rate with the goal of trying to drive it as low as possible. This also will be reflected in the amount of money that you'll make, and also reflected in the amount of money you need to spend, as we mentioned earlier, in order to obtain new business. So funnel drop-off rate is kind of like a GPS system. If you're driving in your car, or your client is driving in their car, and they turn off their GPS halfway through, they won't get to their destination. So you can kind of consider it that way. So take a look at your funnel drop-off rate, and it's going to give you some insights into some of those processes and ease of use by your clients.